Hi everyone, I'm Miss Joy and welcome to In the Bag Kids Crafts. And today making a craft with me is Isabel. I'm so glad you're here today. So we haven't met before, so I want to go ahead and let everyone know a little bit about you. So your name's Isabel, but what do people also call you sometimes?
Izzy.
Yes, sometimes. So sometimes I'll say Izzy, sometimes we'll say Isabel. And Isabel, how old are you? 8. She's 8 years old. So if you're 8 too, you know that you're going to be able to make this craft. Today, together, we are going to make one of your favorite things. We talked before, huh? We're going to make a unicorn. So stick around and you can find all the supplies that you need in the description, as well as a template to make crafting just a little bit easier if you would like. All right, let's get going. You ready? Yeah, let's go. Okay, you ready? Hi, I'm Miss Joy and welcome to In the Bag Kids Crafts. And today crafting with me is Isabel. Isabel, I'm so glad you came to join me today. And tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, how old are you?
I'm 8.
You're 8. And I have known your family for a while, but this is the first time we've met, so I'm so excited to make something. What did we decide to make together today?
Right.
So Izzy, I'm so glad you're making crafts with me today. And the first thing we need to do to make our unicorn is to get this unicorn shape out of our paper plate. So there is a template that you can use that I will put in the description below. But for just you and I today, we're just gonna draw it and cut it out because we don't really need the template, okay? So go ahead and take your pencil. I'm gonna use a marker so everyone else can see what I'm doing, okay? And what I'm gonna have you do first is just make a little swoop at the top, just like that. Yeah, you got it. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so if we turn your plate like that, look at that. They match almost perfect, right? Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing. Let's go down a little bit. Down all the way here, okay? And we're gonna do a little swoop at the bottom. There you go, perfect. All right, now all we have to do is cut on those lines that we made. So go ahead and get your scissors. And cutting a paper plate can be a little challenging. Sometimes you have to smush it a little bit. That's okay, it'll pop back up.
I keep asking my mom and Michaela, when's Friday? When's Friday?
And it's Friday, so you got to come. I'm so excited. Okay, it's looking good so far. There you go. All right, so you can go ahead and cut on your other line too. Very good. And this doesn't look like a unicorn yet, does it? we'll get there. We'll fix it up. These are just the first steps.
So hard to cut.
It's so hard to cut. I know you're gonna squeeze really hard on these paper plates. Your hands will be nice and strong when we're all done. Okay, so see this part that we left out here? Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make it like a circle. We're gonna round it off.
Like right here?
Yeah, see what I did there? See, I just kind of cut around. Yeah. So it's just straight across. Yeah, we'll go back and we'll round it a little bit. All right, so that's a good first step. Now see this guy right here? Can you make him a little bit circle, like kind of just circle around the edge a little bit? Yeah, it's hard, huh? Tell you what, if we draw it on first, sometimes it gets a little bit easier. So take your pencil. I'm gonna take my marker. And you're gonna draw just a little, zoop, just like that. See where this is right here? Zoop. Draw a little line. There you go. Okay, now cut on that line that you drew. Good. Okay, now let's do the same thing right here where it's pointy. Let's do a little line that goes zoop across. Round it off. There we go. So we're just gonna make a little rounded part there. Nice! Look at that! Now you have the face of your unicorn all ready to go. Awesome. So let's get rid of some of these little scraps. Throw them over the side. All right, and we're gonna put our plate aside too, okay? And we're gonna cut out the rest of our parts before we go to the next step. Okay, look at that. We have 3 unicorns ready to go. All right. So now he needs some ears and a horn. And we're gonna do the ears in the white so that they match the paper plate. So here is your white paper. I'm gonna take mine. And all we need to do is basically make a little triangle like that. Good. You can make it a little bit bigger. Let's try one more time, a little bigger. Oh, perfect, perfect. And now I'll do the same thing. We're gonna do a nice another triangle, just like that. And we will cut those out. Okay, so even though we did draw a line on the bottom, we just cut across the bottom, okay? And then we'll cut our triangles out. And these are his ears. I say his, but here, as you pull it out in front of you so people can see what you're cutting. I say his, but is your unicorn gonna be a boy or a girl? I don't know if it matters, huh?
Yeah. And they both look the same.
They do both. They do. Yeah, boy and girl unicorns I think look the same. Okay, so there are our ears, and you're all done here. There we go. And of course, what else does our unicorn need, right?
They need hair.
They do need hair. Yep, they need a mane. What else? What's the most important part of a unicorn that it has that no horses have? The horn. Yeah, it needs a horn. So when we're done cutting the ears, we'll cut a horn out. Did you just make a unicorn sound? You're doing a great job. I like that. Okay, so go ahead and I'll take your scraps. Because you know what? I didn't give you a place to put them, did I? Oh my goodness gracious. Miss Joy, get it together. So we'll get these out of our way. All right, and I'm gonna give you purple paper because Izzy said purple is one of her favorite colors, so she's gonna make her horn purple. All right, so this again is part of the template, but we're just gonna draw ours today because you can also just draw it. And it doesn't need to be too tall, but watch me, we're gonna make a tall, thin triangle again, okay? So we're gonna make it tall and thin, just like that. Oh, look, yeah, you did awesome. Okay, let's cut it out. Mine is aqua and yours is purple, but it can be any color, right? Unicorn's horn can really be any color. So just pick your favorite color and make it that color.
Probably won't be brown, but it could be.
It could be, right. If brown's your favorite color, make it brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have all of the parts of our unicorn ready to go and put together, at least these parts. So all we need to do is get our unicorn head back, okay? And we're gonna glue his ears on at the top, underneath, and his horn on at the top, underneath. So a little bit of glue. We're using our Elmer's glue sticks, which I like, but any glue stick will work just fine.
Does that have bubbles?
It did. It's got little bubbles on it. I think because it was hot. There we go. See, no more bubbles. I smushed the bubbles out. All right, so we're gonna put a little glue right on the bottom. And then his horn comes right out of his forehead, right? So it's gonna come out right here, just like this. Look, in front.
Okay, so
yeah, yep, that's exactly right. Give it a nice squeeze underneath and kind of press it down underneath. There we go. And this glue, even though it's purple, it'll dry clear. And now he needs his ears. Where'd the ears go? I see one ear in your hand. And there's the other ear. We found it. All right. Tricky little bugger. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put a little glue on the bottom and on the bottom, just like that. great. We'll put one ear there and the other ear right beside it. Like that. Okay. There we go. Looks great. I love it.
No, it fell.
That's okay. So turn it over and give it a little press, and then it'll stick better. Yeah. Sometimes with the glue and these little ridges on the paper, it doesn't really want to stick, so you got to press it. Give it a little press. Good job. All right, put it out here in the middle so everyone can see what we're doing. All right, so we have added our horn and our ears, and now he needs, what is this called back here, do you know? His name. Yeah, his hair, that's right, he needs his hair. And so for our unicorn, for the mane, for the hair, we're gonna use something that's already in our craft bag, and they are these little tissue paper squares. Yeah. So let's flip them over to the back.
I get how you do this part.
Yeah?
Like,
okay.
snip it, but not to the bottom.
Yeah, and we're gonna put them on and then we'll snip it, okay? So our first thing is to add a little glue all along the edge. And we'll do a little bit at a time because the glue will dry as we're working. So put some glue there. And you won't see this glue, so if it doesn't dry clear, that's all right. And when we put them on, oh, you're ahead of me, Iz? Okay, so when we put them on, we're gonna just put the very edge, just like that, just the very edge, so it sticks out over the top. Yeah, good job, that's exactly right. Like I said, we're gonna add a few colors. I'm gonna make a rainbow, so just keep adding your pieces of tissue paper until you have the whole mane created. All right, so come out here a little farther. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect where you have it, so people can see what we're doing. And once I finish covering that glue, I'm gonna add a little more glue.
And use a different color?
And use a different color, that's exactly right. Usually it's like, these are cut into 1-inch squares. So it usually takes, for each section, we're doing like 2 or 3 little tissue paper squares, and then moving on to a different color. And you'll see, you can use all the same color. You can do 1 tissue paper square and then move on to a different color. It's totally.
You could do rainbow?
You could do a rainbow, that's right. We didn't, neither of us chose to do like the red and orange today. I kind of like these colors we picked instead, but again, you could even do brown if you wanted. You could do whatever you want. He could have a black mane if you wanted.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a unicorn with a black mane? I don't think I have, but we could make the first one ever, right?
Yeah.
So Isabel, I'm going to borrow your light pink since you already used it. Is it okay if I use some? Perfect, thank you. Let's see. So you just keep going, and we don't have to go all the way to the very, very bottom edge. We can leave a little bit at the bottom, not covered in our tissue paper.
I only have to use the green now.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, many.
Goodness, I think you are fast. Well, if you want to, and you don't have to use them all, right? You can do whatever you want. So we're putting on our tissue paper squares. Let's see. So we were talking before we got started about what our favorite colors are. So what are your favorite colors, Isabel?
Probably pink, black, white, and purple.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. And I said, my favorite color, I don't even have on my unicorn yet. I might have to borrow it from you. My favorite color is green. So I think I will save this last section and put a few more green pieces for me. You're gonna do green at the bottom of yours too, huh?
Yeah.
All right, can we share?
Need blue?
I think I'm good, thanks. That was really nice of you to offer though. Okay. So we're gonna do some, aw, thanks. So it's always nice to share your craft supplies, huh? Don't worry about that, we'll clean that up later. So get a few little green pieces out. All right. Oh, goodness, Miss Joy, picking up the wrong things. Picked up a marker. That's not what I need right now. Okay, so we'll just do right on the edge. Oh, I am really liking how these manes are looking. They're so colorful.
That's probably all I
Look
need.
at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So we have one more step, and you were exactly right, Isabel, when we were talking about what happens next. They're sticking to your fingers, huh? Oh, sticking to my fingers too. You were absolutely right about what our next step is. We're gonna snip our tissue paper just so that it looks more like a mane. So we're gonna give it some little snips and break up that tissue paper. Yeah, that's okay. It can be a short mane, it can be a long mane. That's all right. Okay, so watch this. We're gonna do snip, snip, snip.
No.
Yeah. And there's not like a right or wrong way to do this. Just kind of give it a snip. And we're gonna snip all the way down. So Izzy, put yours.
This is
Not
too
easy, huh? Yeah, this is a little bit challenging. And it might take some time. That's okay. If you need to pause the video to get your snipping done, then go ahead and do that. Once your mane is all done, look at that, it's so fluffy. Look at that. That is so fun. All right, you keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up our space a little bit while you are snipping away.
This is so hard snipping with one.
It is.
I normally just do this.
What's that?
I normally just do.
Yeah, do it. Go for it. Snip, 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 snip. So use the like tip of the scissors, like this. See how like I just use the tip. Yeah, that's perfect. You don't have to snip it real tiny. You can snip it a little lighter. Like you don't even have to, like you can snip once on a piece of tissue paper. You're doing great. For our next step, basically we just need to decorate our unicorn. So to decorate the unicorn, you can use anything that you have on hand. If you have markers or crayons or washi tape or little scraps of paper, or even just the rest of some of this tissue paper. And we're gonna do our own thing and make it look however we want. So Izzy's finishing up her snipping of her mane and she's almost done. While she's doing that, we're gonna pull out our markers. I like our little pipsqueak markers. I like these markers. So we're gonna pull those out.
Oh, I love this color.
That's a nice color. I like that yellow too. And we'll get a few scraps of paper that we can cut things out of.
And we both need a Sharpie.
And we both need a Sharpie. So I'm gonna pass one over to Isabel. So we both have a Sharpie. Thank you. She is on top of things. She keeps me in line, make sure we're crafting, you know, have everything we need to make a pretty craft. Okay, so here's some colors, and we have more scraps. I always keep scraps in a bag like this when I'm done with a project. I just toss more scraps into it. So we always have, yeah, lots of little scraps. All right, so if there's something you don't have, Isabel, you're just gonna like say like, hey, do we have any more? And I will look in our scrap bag and see what we have. So I think before we decorate fully, we should give him an eye and a nose, okay? Just so we know what we're decorating around. So that can be however you want. You can make your eye however you want. I like to kind of give him this little like snout.
Sometimes you need to use a pencil.
Oh, yes, so exactly. So you don't have to draw with marker first. That is so cute. I like it. I'm gonna make mine a sleeping one too. So he's gonna be just sleeping with his little eyelashes going out like that. Yeah, just like, all right. And then a little, like for the nose, it can just be a little circle, or you can draw the lion in a circle if you would like. Okay. And also, I like to add little things to his ears too. We'll do that. Oh, nice. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, for decorating, you can make it however you want. I added little flowers to mine before, or hearts, or you can make rainbows or stars or like anything you want. So let's just take a couple minutes and let's decorate our unicorn and then he'll be all done. I love how yours is looking. Okay, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. Let's see, You think we're all done with our unicorns?
I don't know.
Let's see, what else can we do with him? You can just show him off. Yeah? You have all the time in the world.
I want to.
You want to add some more things? Okay, go ahead. So it doesn't have to be flowers. It could be dots, it could be circles, or it could be more hearts.
I was
Oh,
doing
you're going to draw it on. Oh, that's a great idea. I like that. Very cute. Yeah, look at that. Nice. I like that you're being creative as well. Making it your own thing, right? All right.
I think that's fine.
I think we're all done. Look at that. Show it to the camera. Show you. Look at that. Like this, yeah. All right, good job. You did great. That's it for that. Thank you so much for joining us today on In the Bag Kids Crafts, where Isabel and I made our beautiful unicorns, and we hope that you'll craft a unicorn too. So I really love how you made your little hearts along his horn. Oh, look at that. I love that, Izzy. I love how our crafts do not look the same, and yours shouldn't look like ours either. So use that imagination and go make something. Have a great day.